some of your thoughts on getting out there and finally seeing a little bit of game action today?
It was really nice to actually go full go and tackling and hit as much as you want to hit instead of thudding up like we do in practice. I thought both teams did really well. Red team, which I was on, we struggled holding on to the ball early and just getting things going. And the white team, they executed really well on both sides of the ball. But overall, it's a good team effort out there. I thought everyone did well.
Kind of coming to a close with spring practice, how do you feel about the offensive line, first of all, and then the team heading into the fall now?
As far as the offensive line goes, I think we got 8-9 guys deep that can start for any team in the LEAC, and you're lucky if you have 5 guys that are really good. We got 8 or 9 guys that we all feel comfortable with. If someone goes down, someone can step up in and play right away. As far as the team goes, planning on winning every game. I don't see a game we can't win, and I think as a team that's what everyone's mindset is, and that's what we're going to try and go out there and do every Saturday.
Can you talk about some of those big wins that you had last fall, and did that give you guys a little bit of confidence heading into the spring and a little bit more trust in the coaching staff and things like that, and help you this spring?
I thought winning those games was just big as a program in general. We want to win those games every single year, and as far as going into the spring, being comfortable with the coaches, I think as we keep going as the season went on, we got more comfortable with them. And in the spring ball now, we know the offense. I mean, we didn't have to install them. We can more or less tweak things when we see certain schemes this year. And I think that's huge. We're not playing catch up. We're moving forward and going to continue to do good things here.
Missed playing. You didn't get to play last year, so you just got to come out here and show what you can do. And it was definitely a good feeling to be back out in the pads in a game type situation.
You made the transition last fall to play in defensive back, and can you talk about how the work that you've put in to make yourself a defensive back and now contending for some playing time?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot different than playing offense. You got to switch from your offensive calls to the defensive calls. So, and then helping with Coach Espo coming in, getting a new defensive coordinator, getting a new system again. It was really kind of an easy transition, but it's still something you got to work at. And I've just been working really hard. Me and all the DBs have been working really hard.
You talk about the difference from, I knew you played defensive back in high school, but primarily we're an offensive weapon to making that transition to defense, and some of the things that you've had to pick up along the way.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot different than high school. When you're in high school, you're the most athletic kid on the field, but now here you got to learn the little steps because the receivers know all the moves and all the techniques to being better than what you can be. So it's just definitely a lot of technique and a lot of hard work.
What do you think about the defensive backs is going to be a position, there's a lot of young guys back there, you feel pretty good about competing for playing time and coming in to the fall now?
Oh yeah, definitely, because we're pushing each other every day, but definitely gonna compete to get a starting spot, that's for sure.
Just some of your thoughts of getting out there in kind of a game situation and throwing the ball around a little bit there.
It always feels good to come out here and compete with the boys, get back in the swing of things. Now we're kind of getting ready to shut it down and get in our swing of our summer stuff and hopefully get ready for the fall.
How did you feel the execution was today? Obviously the weather's not what you would want for a spring game, but how did you feel your team execute?
I feel like we did all right. Obviously could have been better, but the weather plays a little bit of factor, but overall I think the boys did pretty well.